couldn't do a full-on balanced spec because I don't have the gear for it, so I went with the balanced Resto Hybrid spec instead. For this spec, you're basically playing as a hybrid, switching between healing and DPS depending on what the situation is. The first matchup we have for this spec is Warrior Druid. The strat for a lot of these matchups is basically just to shoot whatever's available. Since the Druid has very high mobility and can pillar kite for days, we generally target the Warrior. If we wanted to play it safe, we could CC the Warrior with Root, Cyclone, and Freezing Trap and kill the Druid very slowly, but it wouldn't make for a very entertaining PvP video. In a lot of these 2v2s with Dream State, I play very aggressively in order to try to make the games a bit quicker so it's a little bit more fun to watch. The next matchup we have here is against a Warrior Shaman. A great way to start these matches is to hibernate the Shaman. How you pull that off is if the Shaman is something targeted, he's generally not going to notice you casting on him. So get behind him, when he targets something else, cast Hibernate. This fight plays pretty similar to Warrior Druid after that, in that you do a bunch of the damage to the Warrior, since he's going to be available for most of the time. With Drains on the Shaman, my mana should outlast the Shamans, and after that they're going to start playing really defensively and spamming Shield Reflect, Grounding Totem, running out of line of sight. But once you get them to play that defensively, they really don't have any way to win. Next up we have a Rogue Mage team. Versus this team, you really need to play as a healer, which puts you at a disadvantage because you don't have Swift Mend and the other nice talents at the end of the Resto tree. If you try to out DPS them, you're going to have problems with the Rogue being able to Cloak of Shadows Vanish or the Mage being able to Ice Block, which is going to buy them enough time to kill your Hunter, since Hunters don't have any of those survival abilities. If you can dodge a counterspell early in the fight, that'll help a lot since it opens up the option to Root and Cyclone without worrying about getting counterspelled. The last matchup for the balanced spec is a rogue priest team. Against this team, the general strategy is to drain the priest until he's out of mana, and then kill something. In this clip, I played a lot more aggressively than normal because I wanted it to be a fast, entertaining match. I normally just conserve mana until the priest is out of mana. One of the things that helps to try to get a quick kill is to cycle on the target when he's low, and then having an aim shot Starfire land right when it fades. In this clip, it almost ends the fight early, but it gets a power word shield at the exact same time the dot would have killed him. So the match continues until the priest is out of mana, and then we finish it off. The last section of this movie is the Resto spec for 3v3s. This is a basic cookie cutter 81142 spec. There's a few things you can do differently with it, but the basic idea is the same. First match is the double healer team. This particular double healer team does not have a defensive dispel, so we can take advantage of that by CCing the warrior constantly. Madwick and Truekiller get on the druid while I'll take turns interrupting the shaman. In this game, Madwick gets a few really nice traps in here which gives him enough time to kill the druid fairly quickly. Most games will last a lot longer than this, but we had some really good CC.